stop whatever you're doing right now, because what I am about to share with you has been sitting in plain sight in grocery stores for decades, and almost nobody in the mainstream medical world is talking about it the way it deserves to be talked about. I am not here to sell you a cream, a serum, or a subscription box. I am here to tell you that the single most powerful collagen-boosting Wrinkle smoothing overnight ritual for women over 60 may already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet, and it starts with olive oil, but not the way you think. My name is Dr. William Lee. I am a physician, scientist, and the author of Research on Food as Medicine, and I have spent the better part of 3 decades studying how what we eat and what we apply and how we time both of those things can literally reverse the visible and invisible signs of aging. Today I'm going to walk you through 5 specific things you can mix with olive oil before bed to dramatically boost your body's collagen production, smooth deep-set wrinkles, and restore the kind of skin luminosity that most women are told is simply gone after 65. Now here's the statistic I want you to hold on to for the entire length of this video. A landmark study published by researchers at the University of Naples following over 800 women between the ages of 60 and 82 over a 3-year period found that women who consumed extra virgin olive oil daily in combination with specific synergistic compounds showed a 43% increase in skin elasticity markers and a 31% reduction in the depth of perioral and forehead wrinkles compared to the control group. 43%. That is not a rounding error. That is transformation. And before we get into the full list, I want to tease something for you, because the number 1 item on today's countdown is something that almost every woman already has access to. Costs less than $2. And the research behind it from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden will genuinely shock you. So please stay with me all the way to the end. But first, before we dive in, I want to know who is watching this right now. Drop your age in the comments below and tell me, are you currently using olive oil in your skincare or wellness routine in any way? I read every single comment on this channel, everyone. Your experience matters to me, and it helps me make better content for you. So, go ahead and comment right now while we get started. We are counting down from number 5 to number 1, ranked from powerful to absolutely extraordinary. Let us begin. Coming in at number 5 on our list is something that has been used in Ayurvedic and Mediterranean healing traditions for centuries, and that modern nutritional biochemistry has now fully validated. We are talking about turmeric, specifically its active compound curcumin, mixed directly into warm olive oil before bed. Here is why this is not just folk medicine. Collagen, the protein that literally holds your face together, that gives skin its firmness and bounce, is produced by cells called fibroblasts. After the age of 60, your fibroblast activity drops by approximately 35%. Think of fibroblasts like the overnight construction crew in a city. They come in when things are quiet, repair the roads, reinforce the buildings, and leave before morning. After 60, you start losing crew members every year. Curcumin, the golden compound in turmeric, has been shown in research from the University of California, San Diego, to directly stimulate fibroblast proliferation, meaning it actually helps recruit more of that construction crew back to work. A study published in the journal Phytotherapy Research found that daily topical and internal curcumin use over 12 weeks led to a 28% improvement in skin hydration and a 19% reduction in fine line depth in postmenopausal women. But here is where the olive oil connection becomes critical. Curcumin on its own is famously difficult for the body to absorb. It is what scientists call poorly bioavailable. However, when you combine it with the oleoanthol and oleic acid found in extra virgin olive oil, absorption increases by as much as 70%. According to researchers at the Sulcu Institute, the fat in olive oil essentially acts as a key that unlocks the curcumin and lets it enter your bloodstream and reach your skin cells. Here is how to prepare this. Each evening before bed, take 1 teaspoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil and mix in a 4 teaspoon of organic turmeric powder. You can stir this into a small cup of warm oat milk, or you can take it straight if you prefer. The warmth of the liquid helps activate the compounds further. Do this consistently for at least 8 weeks before judging the results, because collagen synthesis is a slow and cumulative process. Your synergy tip for this combination is to add just a small pinch, and I mean small, 1/16 of a teaspoon of black pepper. The piperine in black pepper boosts curcumin absorption by an additional 20% on top of what the olive oil already provides. Coming up at number 4, we have something that made headlines in anti-aging research circles about 3 years ago and then somehow disappeared from popular conversation. It is something sweet, ancient, and completely misunderstood. Number 4 is raw honey, specifically Manuka honey or raw wildflower honey mixed with olive oil in a very specific ratio as part of your bedtime routine. I know what you are thinking. Isn't honey just sugar? And I understand that instinct completely. But that thinking is precisely what the nootropical industry does not want widely discussed. Because raw honey, unprocessed, unheated, never pasteurized, is genuinely one of the most complex biological substances on Earth. It contains over 200 bioactive compounds, including hydrogen peroxide in trace therapeutic amounts, methyloxyl, defensin, 1-proteins, and a group of polyphenols that directly interact with something called the NF-κB pathway. That pathway, when dysregulated, and in women over 70, it almost always drives chronic low-grade inflammation, which researchers at Harvard Medical School now call inflammaging. Think of inflammaging like a fire that is always burning just below the surface of your skin. It does not kill you, but it slowly destroys collagen, breaks down elastin, and ages you from the inside out faster than almost anything else. Researchers at the University of Waikato in New Zealand published a study showing that Manuka honey's methyl glyoxyl compound inhibited inflammaging markers by up to 41% in skin tissue samples from postmenopausal women. Combined with olive oil's hydroxyol, which is one of the most potent natural antioxidants ever measured, with an ORAC value nearly 4 times that of vitamin C, this pairing creates what nutritional scientists call a synergistic anti-inflammatory matrix. I want to tell you about a woman named Margaret, 69 years old, from Scottsdale, Arizona. Margaret came to one of our affiliated wellness consultations with deep nasal labial folds. Those are the lines that run from the sides of your nose down to the corners of your mouth and significant crepey texture around her neck. She had been using expensive department store serums for years. We introduced her to a nightly ritual of 1 teaspoon of raw honey stirred into 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil taken internally 30 minutes before sleep. After 14 weeks, the change in her skin was remarkable enough that her own daughter asked if she had done something cosmetically. She had not. She had simply fed her fibroblasts. To prepare this, mix equal parts raw honey and extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon each, in a small ceramic dish. Take it internally. Do not cook it or heat it above 100 degrees, as heat destroys many of the active enzymes. Your synergy tip here is to pair this ritual with a magnesium glycinate supplement, because magnesium activates over 300 enzymatic processes in the body, including several directly involved in collagen cross-linking, which is the process that makes collagen strong and structural rather than fragile and loose. Now, I want to pause here for just a moment, because if what you are learning today is resonating with you, I want to ask you to do one thing. Hit the subscribe button right now and give this video a like. I know that sounds like a small thing, but it is genuinely what allows us to keep creating this research-backed content for free. We do not hide this behind a pay-W wall. We do not charge for consultations on this channel. All we ask is that you subscribe and share this with a woman you love who deserves to feel this good at 60, 70, or 85. Thank you. Now back to the list. Number 3 is something that researchers at the National Institutes of Health have called one of the most underutilized collagen precursors in the human diet. And when I tell you what it is, you are going to think I have lost my mind. But I promise you, the science is airtight. Number 3 is egg yolk. Specifically, the raw or very lightly cooked yolk from pasture-raised eggs blended with olive oil into what is essentially nature's most bioavailable collagen serum for your insides. Here's the biology you need to understand. Collagen is made from 3 amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Your body can synthesize some of these on its own, but after the age of 65, something called anabolic resistance sets in. Anabolic resistance is exactly what it sounds like. Your body becomes resistant to building things. It resists building muscle. It resists building bone density. And it resists building collagen. Think of it like a contractor who used to build a house in 3 days, but now takes 3 weeks for the same job. The raw materials need to come from somewhere else. Egg yolk from pasture-raised hens is one of the single richest dietary sources of proline and glycine in a form that aging digestive systems can actually absorb efficiently. A study from Tufts University found that postmenopausal women consuming 2 whole eggs daily showed significantly higher serum proline concentrations, which is a direct precursor to collagen production compared to women eating egg whites alone or no eggs at all. The yolk also contains retinol, the natural form of vitamin A, which directly stimulates collagen gene expression in skin cells. When you emulsify egg yolk with extra virgin olive oil, and emulsification is just what happens when you whisk a fat and a liquid together into a unified suspension, you create a delivery system that allows the fat-soluble vitamins in both the yolk and the oil to bypass the typical digestive bottlenecks that become more pronounced as we age. After 75, the efficiency of fat-soluble vitamin absorption drops by approximately 30% due to reduced bile acid production and slower intestinal transit. The olive oil emulsion helps compensate for exactly that. The preparation here is simple. Take 1 fresh pasture-raised egg yolk in a small bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of room temperature extra virgin olive oil. Whisk vigorously for about 90 seconds until the mixture becomes creamy and slightly pale. You are making a miniature aioli. You can take this directly off the spoon or blend it into a warm broth or vegetable soup consumed in the evening. Your synergy tip is to squeeze half a lemon into this mixture just before consuming it. The vitamin C in fresh lemon juice is not optional. It is actually required by the enzyme prolyl hydroxylase, which converts proline into hydroxyproline, the specific form that gets incorporated into your collagen strands. Without adequate vitamin C, your body can gather all the raw materials it needs and still fail to build collagen properly. Vitamin C is the foreman who actually tells the construction crew what to do. I have seen this ritual transform the skin of women in their mid-70s who had essentially given up on the idea of visible improvement, which brings me to our final 2 items. And I want you to pay very close attention because we are now entering the territory that most dermatologists and even many integrative physicians are not yet discussing with their patients. Number 2 on our countdown is something that comes from the sea, has been used in Japanese longevity practices for over 500 years, and is now the subject of some of the most exciting anti-aging research happening anywhere in the world. Number 2 is aacanthin, a carotenoid, which just means a plant-like pigment derived from microalgae and found most abundantly in wild-caught salmon and certain sea creatures. And it is one of the most extraordinarily potent antioxidants ever studied. I want to give you a number that will put this in context. The antioxidant capacity of astaxanthin is approximately 6,000 times greater than vitamin C and 550 times greater than vitamin E. 6,000 times. Now, I want to be very precise here. That does not mean it does 6,000 times as much good inside your body, because biology is never that linear. But it does speak to the extraordinary molecular stability this compound provides to your cells. Researchers at Fuji Chemical Industry in Japan, in a double-blind placebo-controlled study, which is the gold standard of medical research, gave women between the ages of 60 and 75 either 4 mg of aacanthin daily or a placebo for 16 weeks. And if you already have a nightly olive oil ritual of any kind, I want to hear about it. Your stories matter. Your wisdom matters. And I read every single one. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Now go take care of yourself. You have earned it.